Huh? Hey,
Hi.
30 seconds. Oh, God.
30
Okay.
seconds.
30 seconds late. Yeah, maybe. Kind of. Because I had to process a question in my
Yeah.
head. And the question was, I don't even know. Doesn't matter. Okay.
We're
And
30
let's see.
seconds late. Should we look in their window?
Yeah, you totally should. Oh, God. Who voted? Who's voting immediately?
I don't know. It's getting less and less.
Yeah. Well, we got 27 votes so far. More on that later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
So here we are. New time, new day. So
Hmm.
that neither of us are going to bed. Well, I'm always going to be going to bed after midnight. Really, it's so you don't go to
And
bed
then
after midnight on a
and then have
weeknight.
and then have to wake up at 5 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have YouTube open?
Mm-hmm. I saw something pass by in the chat. I gotta
Yeah.
scroll up. Mixed scrolling. Peplin says peas. 18
Yeah.
months. Thank you very much for being a member person for 18 months. I gotta get that new form up for
Yeah.
plants because I never get. Well, sometimes I get feedback. I don't get a lot of feedback from the people that I send plants to. I don't know, 4 months after they ask for them. And I last time I sent them wasn't too long ago. It was hot. It was really hot. So I kind of wonder, like, did they make it? I know Party Pangolin. She lives in Baton Rouge,
And
like really close
yes.
by. So it's an overnight shipping, and she said they came in hot. I haven't heard an update on whether they're still doing okay though. But I want to try to set it up so that I'm sending stuff more in the fall and the spring, so that yeah. I know Nathan said, "Man, this is going to be rough. You and LRB are live at the same time. I don't know what to do."
Yeah.
I totally understand anyone who wants to go catch LRB live. It's
Yeah.
I know it's a tough choice. It was a tough choice for us to decide where or when to stream because no matter what we decided, it was going to be at the same time as
Yeah.
somebody, and
And
we were. Mhm.
unfortunately, like all of the prime time we wouldn't be up too late spots on weekdays are taken,
Yeah.
and weekend nights are taken as well. And I like, even though I don't have to wake up at 5 on the weekends, I do have to wake up usually by 7 or 8 because I feel bad for the dogs if they don't get to go use the bathroom in the morning.
Yeah.
So there are
Well,
two member
oh,
milestone
more.
chats. Yeah. So there was one from Matt and one from Rico. And
Let's
also,
see.
Mark gifted 5 memberships.
Oh, Mark, thank you. So let's see who got those memberships. Bunny Viper, Benjamin Peters, Chance Larson, SC Catahulas, Elaine Lucart. Thank you, Mark, and welcome to membership, peoples. And then closing in on 2 years, says Rico. Yep, same. Oh yeah, and then Matt said Peplin's the PPs, double P. Yeah, same with Rico. I think we turned on memberships at the same
Like,
time. So
yeah, within like maybe a week or two of each other.
right. Let's see. Beck says those vids from the other camera loading into the work drive, so you know. Yeah. So when we went to Dan's warehouse last week, we had 2 to 3 cameras running at all times, and so there was a lot of footage. Some of it on our phone, some of it on the clouds, on the cloud. Well, clouds. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, wherever Bex keeps her videos, mine just automatically go to Google Drive. So. Oh yeah, you'll see Geek Boy. Is this the poll to find the creepers in the group? So for those just listening, the poll is when is it acceptable to look through someone's window to see if they're home? Immediately, after 5 minutes, after 10 plus minutes, or never? Yeah. Let's see. If anyone's asking where is Annette, uh, don't know where she is currently, but like for the summer, she's gonna be
Yeah.
taking a break because the kids are home in the summer, and she's just it's a lot of it is a lot of work to take care of kids all
Yeah.
freaking day and get stream ready. And then Bex also she'll be joining us here and there, and
Yeah. But she has
in
to go get a car tomorrow.
she has to go pick up a car tomorrow from the if y'all want to hear the story about the car breakdown, that is from last Saturday. We streamed on Beck's Fish Room channel. The four of us crammed together on a couch.
Yeah.
That was fun times. And then of course Bex and Kyle are moving, so that's going to be
Yeah.
their life for the next month or so or more, because they have to move and they
Yeah.
have to unpack and put everything up. Which, if it were me, I would probably have everything unpacked and moved within the year, like within a year, right about the
Yeah.
time the lease is expiring. I'd have everything unpacked.
Oh, so Rico is asking if anybody knows what's up with only Oscars, and it looks like Craig said he might have kidney stones.
He might have kidney stones.
Yeah, her husband.
Oh, okay. Yikes.
You've had
Well,
kidney stones before. You know that it's not
I've had a
pleasant.
kidney stone.
Well,
I
yeah.
had the teeniest of tiniest kidney stones, and just the little tiny kidney stone was enough pain. So,
Mhm.
multiple stones, large stones, don't know. Don't know how that is.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound fun. Okay. Listen, yeah,
Emerald
there's
will
a
post
link
it.
to the stream. And let's see. I'll open the participants list in a bit. So, yeah, I wanted to go back to the whole like choosing a time, because
Yeah.
like we didn't want to stream. Well, first of all, selfish reasons. I'm not going to stream on top of someone that I always watch like all the time.
Hmm.
So, and it's nothing against LRB, but normally we're doing something else on Friday, and I just haven't had a chance, like, don't have a chance to pop in on his streams. So that was one thing. The other thing is I did not want to stream at the same time as someone who does a similar stream. For
Yeah.
example, Hangouts. LRB is very much fish nerd talk. We do
Hmm.
some of that if people have like something to ask or say, then yeah,
Yeah.
by all means. But normally it's not our MO
And
here.
also, he's a larger channel, so you're
Hmm.
probably not stealing viewers. We're not
Yep.
stealing viewers from him.
Yep. That's the other thing, is I didn't want to stream on top of someone who has almost like identical viewers, because then it's super split decision.
Did you see we have a new member?
We do. Oh, TJ Todd, welcome to membership. Yep, um I'm gonna put what's the form up. I think I'm gonna go super hygrophila focused on the next form, because I got a lot of that, and I
Yeah.
think there's a good amount of variance in the looks of them, and they grow super easy. So
Mhm.
I figure most people won't have a problem with them, unless you're Whip Swirled and you've got that plant killing water. I think the only thing that'll grow for Whip would be Vals, just because Vals like the
Yeah.
carbonate.
Also,
Greg,
thank you, Greg.
thank you for becoming a member. Are re-upping, because I see his icon.
Yeah.
Um, yep, his icon is the logo thingy.
Mhm.
And Zen needs more compacta. I got compacta. I need to grow some more, like spread it out. I like that plant.
Yeah. I like it too. It's very, very like green. Like
Compact.
whenever, no, green. That's what I said. Like
I just was
obviously it's compact, but
I was finishing your
when
sentence. It's compact. It's very, very compacta.
but like whenever you look at plants in a photo, they always look a little bit more green than they do in real life. but
Uh-huh.
not Hygrophila corymbosa compacta. It
Yep.
looks like green.
And if you've got the right lighting, it'll get some pinkish
Yeah,
bronze
on the
red some
tips.
on the leaves at the top. Yeah.
Hmm.
I got pearlweed, although I think my pearlweed, most of it is growing in Zachary's tank, just kind of floating, and I think there's like some hair algae intertwined in it. And if I send people pearlweed, I'm not going to take the time to remove the algae. It's just too much tedium, too much work.
Do you see this question from Crystal
Mm.
that I
I
have
do
on the
now.
screen?
Have you ever used terracotta spikes for your pleco breeding? If so, what's your opinion on them? I know they're available in different width sizes, hopefully securing the proper ones. I have not, but I know that they work. Basically, any sinking cave that
Hmm.
says that's not says the cave that stays in one
Hmm.
spot and has a closed end and is kind of, I don't know, like it can't be too big. I believe it's got to be wide, like narrow enough that when the pleco goes in, it can spread his pectoral fins and like kind of lock in place like that.
Yeah.
So just look at the size of the pleco you've got and look at the terracotta spikes. I just bought a pleco cave from our local fish store years ago. I literally own one pleco cave, and with that one pleco cave, I've made a lot of plecos.
So if you like swivel your chair a bit, you can probably see that it's not a pleco cave, but in that corner, there's kind of a little cave made with rocks. I'm sure you could point to it. You know where the plecos tried to breed,
Right,
and they
right
successfully
there.
bred, but it's a 90-gallon community tank with rainbows. So the babies
Yeah.
didn't do well. We weren't
Well, I don't
trying to
know what
breed them
happened
in
to
there.
them. Normally, they don't do well if you don't feed them, and I was certainly not target feeding them. Myrtle says, look at the widest part of the place, and you want the opening to be at least that wide, but you also don't want a gaping wide entrance that has too much light passing. Okay. Yeah. I just I didn't know anything about breeding plecos, and so I asked the owner of the fish store, like, what's a good pleco cave for just a standard ancistrus, and he handed me a $10 pleco cave, and that was fine with me. I think that someone else said something above. I got to scroll up. Chat's moving.
See, Catalyst says cave.
Mm,
So I'm guessing the
oh
plecos we
yeah,
sent
they
him are breeding.
of course, of course. Yeah, the caves are not necessary. They just need a dark place or no competition.
Didn't
Um,
you remove the caves from the 29 whenever you
yeah,
were
they don't care
initially done, and they still
because there was so much
found
moss
a
and
way to
algae in
breed?
there that they kind of made their own little space. But what about the cherry leaf? What is cherry leaf? Is that
Uh,
is that a variant of something? Cherry
I
leaf.
don't know.
I grow. I'm looking at. Oh, cherry leaf. You know what? That's what I have.
What?
Is the cherry leaf hygro corymbosa, but it doesn't get very cherry most of the time. Oh yeah, Beck said I saw the stupid pearlweed in the 6. Yeah, it gets
Yeah.
ridiculous. It gets super ridiculous.
Richard
Yeah,
said he's had plecos breed in a coconut cave before. I think if they have
nice.
opportunity and somewhere to
Hmm.
go.
Yeah.
Did you want to go through the participants list?
Mm-hmm.
And would you like to show people, if they are a Patreon, how they access the participants list? Like maybe you could show that on screen.
Okie dokie. I gotta present.
Yeah, present your screen.
All right. Are you super echoey now?
I hope not. No,
No?
thank God.
Okay. Awesome.
Thank God.
How come it's working? I will not question it.
Don't question it. I don't want to hear my voice, though.
Okay. I love your voice. I can hear it all the time.
Mm,
Okay.
mm.
So you go to this here fishfam.link. I'm going to zoom up really freaking far. Oh, my
Thank you,
logo went
Mike.
away.
He just became a member.
Welcome to membership, Mike. I think I'm a member of your channel for $2. You're a member of my channel for $2, and so the winner is
It's
YouTube.
YouTube.
All right. I appreciate the support. Okay, no, I zoomed in too far. This is not gonna
Yeah,
work.
that's way too
I
far.
was just trying to help people see. Okay, so yeah, you log in, then you go to your little drop down here, and you can see people who are getting close to 1K, but that's not a Patreon tool. That's for everyone, even including the giveaway tool. So patron items, channel stats, that you can go there and you can see, like you look up a certain person and see how they've grown in a certain amount of time, like how many subs they've gained. Um, and then let's see, and then the chat search. Now here's the participants. And then I select a live stream and it'll be this one, ours.
Yes.
So I'll give that a bit to refresh.
Yeah.
People can.
And the good thing about this is that if you've chatted at all, it doesn't go away like the YouTube participants list. So, like, if you said something at the beginning of chat and then your hands are in water and you can't type something 10 minutes later, you can still get your acknowledgement here. Like, the streamer can still see.
Beck says hi too. She just can't. She just can't chat at the moment. She was just here. Now where the hell did she go? Come on. Yeah. Matt says you can see when a small channel gets over 200 subs in one day, get only a little over 200 views in that same day. Know what that means? Weirdness.
Also, do you want to talk about this?
Yeah,
well,
let me read
say
the
hi to the
list.
participants first.
I know. I'm gonna keep missing that. Keep forgetting. All right, I'm gonna refresh it one more time. 42 participants. Participants. So, hello to all things fish, Amisa, and I got Amisa's address. And congrats again on winning the plant package from us.
Yes.
Boxy's Fishmas in July stream, which there's
Yes.
2 of those left, I think, on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central. What's up,
Yes.
Kyle and Eakins and Beaksies and Benjamin Peters and Beta Aquatix, Bunny Viper, Caprice, Chance Larson, Craig's Catfish Cave, Daniel Velez, Dennis Christensen, Dee Dee's Finden, Elaine, Luke Hart, Fishfam, Link, Geek Boy, George RB3, Gina's Reef, Greg's Planet Tanks, Jenna P, Linda Worth, Liquid Matt, Mark Sturlson, Merrick T, Myrtle Singh, Nancy B, Nathan Hovey, Oinky, Peplin, Richard Reynolds, Rico Stan, Rob A, SC Cat House, Scotty the Fish Freak, Sharkfin Adventure, Skipper's Aquariums, Surf City Cichlids, the Nano Aquarium Guys, Zinger, TJ Autocross Whips World.
And also awesome. Lady Rorschach.
And Lady Rorschach. You're late.
And Richard asked, and Dee Dee did answer, yes, we are going to the Clash.
Oh, yeah. For sure. We have the hotel booked. I guess we should start looking for flights, huh?
Josh Metalhead, too?
Oh, I think no, he came I did in not.
Before you or after you refreshed. Okay, so do you want to talk about that Patreon benefit because it affects you?
Hold on. What did Grant say? I do not understand the participants thing. I'm frequently not on it for multiple streams. Did you? So, Grant, if you chat before the stream starts, it doesn't pick it up. It only starts collecting it like when the stream starts, or maybe like a minute into the stream. So, yeah, that's probably why. If you weren't, you were not on the list. How dare you?
That's weird. Also, welcome, Eduardo.
And anybody else? Wait, did I already said Dee Dee. Like, I'm gonna have to just just keep saying hi to people because I'm gonna forget.
Okay.
You know what's really throwing me off?
People.
You know what's really
What?
throwing me off though is
What?
I have two brand new monitors, two brand new 4K monitors, and now
Yes.
I can have just so many things open all over the place,
Well,
and
don't.
there's just a lot, and I'm looking everywhere. It's
No,
too
that's not
much.
good for you. Have StreamYard on one,
I have to
YouTube,
run too many
and What the
things.
Fish on the other. Okay, talk about the Patreon discount.
Yeah, was there a link like
There
a
was a
million years
link
ago?
a
Okay, hold
million
on.
year ago.
Yep,
Let
here it
me
is.
find it. Gotta
I
scroll
found
back
it.
in time.
I found it. Fishfam link/discounts. Now this is a super secret page, so I think if you do the drop down, you'll see the discount code for these things. So I'm not going to do that because you have to be a Patreon to see the discount codes. But look, right now, and this is just getting started. Like Matt, I guess just set this up today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did I say thank you to Nancy B and Eakins for their super or
No.
their milestones? I just saw that. Don't want to forget
Yeah,
that.
he says,
For
don't
those.
click those. Please don't.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
not. Yeah, I figured. So, starting now with Patreons, if you are a Patreon for Fish Fam Link, $4.99 a month, you will have a exclusive discount code for KJE Aquatics, Pepland Creek Aquatics, aquatics.com, merch, RC Beams Art Studio, Crayfish Empire, and FishFam.link merch. So that will pay for itself pretty damn quick. That's kind of like
Yeah.
having the co-op membership, $4.99
Yeah.
a month, and you get a 5% discount. So if you're like me and you spend $100 more a month on co-op stuff because
Yeah.
constantly buying shit, then it definitely pays for itself. And if you like
Also,
those what you call them, the membership streams, the speakers, those are pretty damn cool too. Kelly was never
welcome and
here.
thank you, Kelly.
That was from the ghost of Kelly. Thank you for the super
Yeah.
chat, Kelly's ghost.
Did you see what Geek Boy said?
No, what did he say? Is it even worth reading? Come on.
It's
Only
right here.
two little. Yeah. So I have two 27-inch monitors, and I don't know. I think the span of them probably is about as wide as Geek's ultra wide ridiculous
It is
monitor.
ridiculous. It's like the length of his entire desk.
It's insane.
And I was in the office
Oh, here
with
we go.
Steven and Geek, and we got home, and Steven was like, it's a shame you didn't see Geek Boy's monitor. And I'm like, I absolutely did. I was there.
I don't believe you were there.
I was there.
Geek, can you confirm that she was in the room when we were looking at your puffer tank and the neon coolie loaches and your Steam Deck and your ROG, whatever it was, the other Steam Deck thing? I don't remember. I just kind
Also,
of tuned her out, I guess.
I know that's what you like to do. That's what
You
men
tuned
do,
me out
right?
too.
That's because I'm focused.
Yeah, focused on a TikTok.
Can only confirm what the highest bidder asks. Did you say Eduardo has a member milestone chat?
Oh, scroll up. It's been 18 months. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's been a year and a half. Thank you, Eduardo, for being a member for 18 months.
And
I cannot
welcome,
believe it's been that
Sharkfin
long.
Adventure.
Sharkfin came in?
Yes,
Or
and
oh,
Beta Aquatics and Big Cat.
Beta Aquatix was already here, but Big
Okay.
Cat was not. What's up, Big Cat?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly,
I'm
Dee Dee.
also
So much for
often
your declaration.
contradictory. I say a lot of contradictory statements. I can listen to her
Yeah.
voice. Doesn't
Yes.
doesn't mean like
Nathan is siding with me because you can't even remember what you saw.
I know. And then I saw a TikTok, which you've already seen
I
because every time
I
I try to
have
show you it's
I have
what?
proof that I was there because I took a picture of Otis in Geek Boy's office chair.
That could have been any time. Was I in the picture?
Anytime. No. Actually, your hand was. You were petting him in one of the pictures, but I
Okay.
didn't send that one.
I got to pet 3 cats in Colorado.
Yes, me too. Welcome, Mary Beth.
Um, let's see. Did I miss something else? Yeah, Asus ROG Ally. Playing it right now. Oh, what the fuck? Geek.
There's no proof that
Disappointed.
I took the photo. Yeah, I don't like to be in photos. So, am I ever
Mhm.
really anywhere? Who
You
knows?
are in frame multiple times when I'm filming at Dan's Fish. I will try to crop you
Because
out, but if the footage is too good and I can't crop you out, you're gonna be on Dan's Fish channel.
ugh, I you should have told people to be still.
Well, I was trying to like finger wave you out of the way. I was petting Geek. No, I was petting Otis, which Otis is a super sweet cat that sent Geek Boy to the
Yeah,
hospital. Oh man, if you're not a member of Discord, it's worth joining the Discord just to see those injuries. They took, I
just see
guess,
the injuries.
yeah, they're pretty severe. Like, so I guess the story is he took Otis outside, and I guess he saw something that freaked him the fuck out, and of course, cat trying, in survival mode, trying to get away, um, like clawed the crap out of him because. Yeah, that like you had to get stitches. He had to get stitches on his lip from that. It was bad. So no more outside time for that cat.
Yeah. Our cat does not like to be outside either. Um, I think she's gone outside one time and immediately ran back inside.
Yeah,
Like,
she'll kind of creep. Very annoying. I can imagine.
so do we want to talk about this poll and
Yeah,
why we put it up? And why is it that there's 40% who said immediately?
they have to be trolling. Or that's
Welcome,
like
Chris
Matt's multiple accounts just saying, yeah, immediately
and
look in
Caleb
someone's window. What's up, Caleb? And
and Chris.
Chris. Welcome. Okay, so who do you want to
Mhm.
tell the story?
Sure. So there is a child who came to our door a few weeks ago, knocked on our door, and said, "Can Zachary come out and play?" And Zachary doesn't know this kid at all. It is the brother of one of Lillian's friends. Zachary could not even tell us his name.
Yeah.
So
Can we
we,
hold just for a second so that
yes,
I can, because I don't want this to get by, since I can actually answer this question.
okay.
Well, depending on what the advice is needed. So, new Grindleworm starter culture using cocoa coir and bread. So, I have Grindleworms going. I've been having them going for a while, and I also use the cocoa fiber. I haven't used bread. So, if you're having trouble with the Grindleworms, like going for the bread, my 2 questions for you. Well, one big question is how new is the starter culture? Like, when did you get it? Because when they first come in the mail, you gotta wait. I would say wait a week before you can throw in the towel and confirm they're not eating. And then, so my second question is, what else have you tried to feed them? Because they they will really go after fish flake. And the thing that I found most convenient and cheap is, since we already have dog food, I just take kibble and soak it in water for a long time till it's like super soft and disgusting, and then that's what I feed the grundle worms, and they'll be all over it for a while. Um, it takes a little longer to mold versus fish food, so that's what I've been using. And I pretty much, if I remember, I will feed them as soon as I see that the kibble is gone, and I can build up a pretty high population. So yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
continue. There's a kid in the neighborhood that
hmm
that is Zachary's age. Zachary has no idea what his name is. He is the brother of one of Lillian's friends.
Yes. So Zachary couldn't play that day because I think we were doing something later.
Hmm.
And so we said not today. And then we asked Zachary, like we showed him the camera footage, and he's like, I don't even know who that kid is. And we were like, okay, whatever. Then he came back the next day. And since Zachary didn't really want to play with him, we were like, not today. And maybe like have your sister text Lillian before you come over so that we can tell you yes or no.
Hmm.
And he said, okay. Next day didn't text,
Till the
came
very next
over.
day.
Yeah, next day didn't text, came over, and I think the kids were swimming with your mom. So they weren't
Yeah.
even there. And we told him they're not here. He came back every single day. He came the day before we left on to go to Colorado.
Don't
And I
forget that
told
not only
him,
did you tell him that he should get his sister to text first, you also told him that you and I work
yeah,
during
because
the
he's
day,
coming during the
to not
workday.
come at all during the day.
Yeah. So part of it is I don't know. This kid is a stranger. I don't even know where he lives. He's riding his bike unattended to our house.
Hey, Luke.
And he wants Zachary to go play with him to some unknown house. So I would have to go with him, or Stephen would have to go with him to make sure that it is safe. This kid is 10 and Zachary is 9,
Yeah,
Jay. And Zachary is very smart, but a little spacey. I don't know that he could navigate back to our
he
house.
could not.
Um, so like he doesn't pay attention. So yes, I don't know this kid. He's consistently coming at like 1 p.m., 11 a.m., like during work hours. So I told him before we left to Denver that the kids were going to be with their grandparents all next week. And that was the truth. They were with my mom. My mom, however, was coming to our house to feed and walk the dogs. And we could see on the camera every time she would come midday to walk the dogs, this kid would show up at our house and go like peek through the gate at my mom walking the dogs
Hmm.
and ask if Zachary could play. And my mom is like, no, they're actually not home. And all this time, every time he comes over, we have like a little frosted glass portion of our door, and there's
Yeah,
a fleur de lis on it that's clear, and you can see into our house. And he is like pressing his face up against it,
yeah.
staring.
So he'll ring the doorbell. He'll press his face up in the glass. He'll knock. If he hears if he hears dogs barking or whatever, like he'll stick around, keep looking through the window. Um,
Yeah.
and so like I mean, this probably have had told him like 3 times, like not to
Mm-hmm.
come over, and to talk to his sister and
Yeah.
like go through
That
Lillian, because
just,
they know each
yeah.
other. Zachary and this kid do not know each other, and yeah. So as Matt's saying, this poor lonely kid. That's the reason that I did not step in and make the kid cry,
Yeah.
because if I have to step in, the kid's going to end up crying. I
Yeah.
want to be patient with him because I don't know what his situation's like. I don't know if he doesn't have any friends. I don't know like what's going
No.
on with him. All I know is that like he's not respecting the rules of our house and like coming over and like it's a very easy process for him
Yeah.
to get in touch with us, but
Yeah.
he doesn't seem to be sinking in.
Yeah.
And then
Just and I feel bad for him because he just wants to play, but also like literally all we were asking is you have a way to contact us. Find out before you come over to our house, and
right.
then also the time for it is evenings or weekends when we're not working, not every single day at the time we told you please don't come.
Yeah.
You know, and like Lillian, I trust to walk to the next street over. And if she wanted to go to her friend's house and walk with Zachary, then that would be fine too. But
Yeah.
also, generally, uh, and I don't even know if he wants Zachary to leave with him or if he wants to come to our house to play. But
Because he
also, I think
always
it's a
comes over
little,
at the worst time.
yeah.
At the worst time. Um,
So
oof.
I don't know. And one day he came and left and he had handcuffs with him. And I'm
Yeah.
sure they were
Yeah.
play handcuffs, but that's a little creepy. I, yeah,
So
I don't
now growing up, at that age, I was all over the neighborhood. I was like I mean, it was a different time, I guess, sort of be back by sundown. I also lived in a super rural neighborhood. There wasn't a lot of traffic. There weren't a lot of idiots. This neighborhood, I don't trust. I just don't like the people are decent. There are some
some of
really
them.
shitty kids here. There are some
Yeah.
really shitty drivers. There are people who don't give a crap about keeping their dogs on leashes or confined,
Mhm.
and there's always like pit bulls or some other bullshit going on in
Don't
this
even know that
neighborhood.
it's pit bulls.
It's
I
it's
do know
dogs.
that,
It's just
yeah.
dogs all the time. There's always something
Hmm.
happening. There's always somebody
I
speeding. There's always loose dogs. There's vandals. It's just yeah,
I know our across the street neighbors, the nice ones, um
Kyle.
the nice ones, they had found a puppy and they kept it in their yard and they were going to try to locate the owner. And overnight, loose dogs. That's all I'll say. Overnight, loose dogs. And they woke up to a very sad situation.
Yeah,
Um, so, like, this is why our dogs are never out unattended. And if they
yeah.
get out, it is an accident for sure. Um, so, yeah.
Part of the reason Caleb is that the reason we don't let our kids go out and play until the streetlights come on is because I remember as a kid what I did when I went out to play until the streetlights came on.
Mhm.
And only by the grace of God did I grow up to have kids. So, yeah. So when we came back from Colorado, of course, kid stalking us with his bike. So he comes over. Lillian answers the door this time, and explain like she is a little bit harsher, like because Lillian had already contacted the kid's sister,
Mhm.
already contacted her friend to let her know what was going on, and to have him text and all that, and that was supposedly worked out. Lillian reiterated it again whenever he came over earlier in the week,
Mhm.
and said you have to text first and not during the day. And then the kid's response to everything Lillian said was, okay, when can I come over again?
She told him,
And
don't.
Lillian just said don't. I'm like, perfect, perfect. And then let's see, was it the next day or did he wait a day?
Yeah, well, he waited it. No, he came every single day except for he did not come today.
Yeah,
But
so
he was riding his
yesterday.
bike on the street whenever I
Yeah.
came home today. Just didn't
Oh
stop at our
god.
house.
Yeah. So yesterday he came over, and this time he lingered for like 10 minutes, looking through the
Mhm.
window multiple times, like ringing the doorbell twice, knocking on the door 3 times, just would not. It took him a while to finally leave. And again, we were both working. And so this time I'm like, okay, Lillian, please text your friend and get her mother's phone number for me.
Yeah.
And I didn't even have to make the phone call, because as soon as as soon as the sister asked for the phone number, the mom was probably like, why? Because I think Lillian
Yeah.
had finally like talked to her and explained the full situation.
Yeah.
And so according to Lillian, the kid is like, wasn't even allowed to leave the house this week, but I guess that punishment passed.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
I like being able to avoid phone calls, because like I don't want the kid to be in trouble. I know he's lonely.
yeah.
I understand that. But
Yeah.
if he would just follow instructions, that it wouldn't be a problem. Like, do you
Yeah.
want to come over and play on a Saturday? You
And
know?
we've had kids like we had one of the across the street neighbor kids that rode the bus with Zachary. He asked if he could come play. I got his mom's phone number and we coordinated by text, and
Yeah,
he came over
easy
to
peasy.
play. Like,
I know,
there's
right, Zen? Sending our kids to do the
so
confrontational stuff.
I don't know. I just I don't know. I think it's a little rude to look through people's doors or
Oh yeah.
windows to see if they're home. Personally, we work from home, and so we're not necessarily like, I don't have to be on camera for work. So I'm not always answer the door for a child ready
Yeah.
or camera ready. And I shouldn't have to be in my own house. I should be able to, and also I should be able to work without someone in the
Right.
middle of my meeting
We
knocking on the
weren't
door
being
for 10
unreasonable.
minutes
It's just
and
more
making my
like
dogs bark.
it's it, like we weren't being unreasonable with what we were asking. Like, it was a very specific set of
Mhm.
rules and instructions. Um and as Zen was asking, is it possible that he's a bit spectrumy? Maybe he really doesn't know any better. That is one of the many reasons why I didn't want to get mean about it. Like,
Yeah,
we were
we
getting
just,
super aggravated on the inside, but we
mhm.
understand this is a kid. We don't know this kid. We don't know what's going on. So that's why we were never mean about it. We pushed our own tolerance to the limit so that we would not have to make this kid feel bad. But it does not change the fact that we have to work. We told him the expectations, and he did not respect them. And it's on the parents to deal with that at that point. I don't know who the parents are, so I was also kind of reluctant to talk to the parents. Who knows, like, how they treat him? If he
Yeah,
is high support needs, autistic spectrum disorder, he maybe should not be allowed to be like roam in the neighborhood by himself if he doesn't understand
mhm.
certain rules, you know? Like, there's a
Yeah,
lot of things at play here, and
yeah,
we tried our best. And yeah, that's all I can say.
yeah,
Maybe we approached it wrong, but yeah, it is what it is.
yeah,
Anyway, 69 votes. Most people say yeah, not
yeah,
acceptable. So I'm gonna go
mhm,
ahead and just end this poll, and that'll be the end of that.
yeah.
All right.
So, did he? We're almost an hour in.
45 minutes.
Yeah. Did you want to talk about some games?
Game.
Because we're still gonna do What the Fish, but we have a new game that we're playing tonight. A newish game that we're playing tonight.
It's a revival of a game, but with a different spin on it.
Yes. So And also, there's an upcoming revival of something. Did we want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we've talked about it already. We're bringing back the newlywed game, or the not so
Hmm.
newlywed
Yeah,
game,
the
or
not so newlywed game.
the couples. Yeah, there's you don't have to be newlywed. You don't even have to be married. You just
Hmm.
have to know each other really well, and I guess be in a relationship.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just the first iteration of the game.
Did
So
Did you want me to talk about my other idea
yeah, go
for
ahead.
when there's not couples? So I had an idea because there's a finite amount of couples who are willing to be on stream together. And so my idea for an alternate when we're in between couples or we run out of couples is the not at all newlywed game. And by that, I mean these people are not in a relationship. I was thinking if we scheduled maybe 3 or 4 Fishfam guests and we don't tell you like who you're going to be on there with. Well, I wouldn't be mean and pick people that we know for a fact don't get along because we want it to be peaceful. But, you know, 4 people, they don't know who they're going to be partnered with. Um, and we ask newlywed game questions, but maybe multiple choice type questions so that, I mean, the goal isn't to specifically embarrass people or ask super personal things, but
And it would be a total
just,
surprise. Like, you wouldn't know
mhm,
who you're paired up with until stream night.
yeah,
So you'll have to study everyone in Fishfam. Study
yeah,
hard. Well, because I like whenever Brennan was doing game night, part of the game night for a few of those nights was Fishfam trivia that
hmm,
we would help him come up with, like, just different facts about people in Fishfam, things that have happened on stream and stuff. And that's always fun to bring back those memories. Let's see, Caleb. Caleb's asking age limit. The age limit, well, 13, because that's
yeah,
the age, according to YouTube, that you can stream without adult supervision. So
yeah,
I have no problem as long as your parents are okay with it. I have no problem with having somebody underage on stream. But your parents have to be okay with our language and what we talk about
hmm.
and all that. And otherwise, you know, not my responsibility.
Is
Just
it
following YouTube rules.
hobby questions or general or both? So likely wouldn't be too personal. Probably for the not at all newlywed game, it would trend towards hobby related
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
with maybe a few fun questions thrown in there. But
Right. Okay. Myrtle's has a summer project to study. Zen wants you asking all the hard hitting questions of all the drama filled folks.
I mean, everyone is a little bit drama filled. No one is
There will be no
without
chair
drama.
throwing on this stream.
All of the rules are the same as what the fish. You only get one answer. Typos mean you lose.
There we go. Okay.
So I don't know if you're interested in this idea and potentially being on and being surprised with who you're paired with. Uh, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Send Steven an email,
Yep.
and then I'll tell him to check
Even
the
for the not at
email.
all newlywed or not so
Mhm.
newlywed. So the way we're setting it up is when we have couples on, we want the couples to be of the same hobby situation, meaning we're going to have on couples where one person is the fish keeper, the other person is not at all. And
Or
then we'll
if
have,
there's 2 fish keepers,
yeah,
like it
or
wouldn't
two.
be fair to say like, here's Grant and Shelby versus Eric
Yeah,
and Gina, his wife
right.
Gina, because
Our
is
our
that fair?
Kenny and Danny versus Eric and Gina. Um,
Well, you
no,
can
because
think of a
they'd be able to.
different example besides Eric.
I just because you said Eric and Gina, I said Eric and Gina. But I was thinking of Kenny and Danny just because like they'll definitely know like all of the fish keeping shit. Um,
What if Gina is an expert fish keeper, as good as the other Gina?
well then that would be the grand
Is
deception,
she
wouldn't it?
Eric?
Well, he's gonna be like, no, not at all. Whether she is or not.
Myrtle never gets to play. The end.
Nice. But yeah,
She
we
is
can have all.
not.
Of course, of course. Yeah, we totally believe you. Um,
She. What do you call it? A sleeper agent? No.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe something like that.
Uh. Yeah. Okay. Um. Did Did you want to do our
Game.
first game and talk about the new
I had it pulled
the
up
new?
somewhere on the
Yeah.
many windows. Here it is. Okay, so when we used to do the Hey Fish Tube stream every month, um, we had a little segment called Who Stocked It Better, where
Mhm.
I would come up with independently with a stocking list for a certain tank, like a certain
Mhm.
size tank. Jenna would come up with her own. They would be presented to the chat and our guest anonymously. Our
Mhm.
guest would choose their favorite, and so would
Yeah.
the chat in a poll, even though their opinion didn't matter. We still
Yeah.
polled you anyway. Um,
Yeah.
but the guest would choose who stocked it better, and whoever lost had to endure a punishment, and that punishment just so happened to be consuming fish food.
Yeah. Some people didn't
Um,
like that punishment. It made them uncomfortable. It wasn't us, it was viewers.
it kind of made me uncomfortable to eat rapashi.
um
Gross.
so this is a different iteration of it.
Hmm. But we like the concept of just stocking a theoretical tank just
Mhm.
because somebody might be interested in some stocking
Yeah.
ideas for a certain tank. So we'll
Mhm.
be picking, I don't know if we're gonna do this every week or every month, or it might depend on whether we have co-hosts or not. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, the punishment is not fish food, and the punishment is not based on who stocked it better. This
No.
time, this time we stocked our tanks independently without telling each other
Yeah.
what we stocked.
I
We
don't know what he
still,
stocked. He doesn't know
right,
what I stocked.
to this moment, do not know what we stocked. All we know is we both, but like we agreed that we were going to stock this tank and we needed to come up with 5 fish
Yeah.
species. Doesn't
A
matter the quantity. We just,
75-gallon tank
yep,
for this
that's
first one.
our inaugural version of this game, a 75-gallon tank. And so now the goal is to not match fish, so that
Mhm.
she is not to duplicate my fish and vice versa. We didn't
So
really
this means
establish how specific. Like if you put a Corridoras and I put a Corridoras, if
I
we don't,
think that that's different. I think if we both picked like Adolphoi Corridoras, that's the same. But I mean, there are Corridoras that have different genuses as well. They're still
well, they're not
called
Corridoras.
Corridoras.
They're those are like Aspidoras and Brocus,
Yeah,
the
but they're
Corridoras
still
family. Yeah.
under the umbrella. So I would say certain things. So, like a guppy is a guppy, it's the
Hmm.
same genus and species. I
Yeah.
think if the genus and species match, then it's a match.
So the odds of us ever duplicating certain things are really low. Like if we both picked a Cory, what are the odds we picked the same Cory? There's so
Well, if we
many.
were stocking a nano tank, then it might be pretty high because there's only so many.
Let's see. Beta Aquatics. Another question. Grindle is just over 2 weeks. They ate the bread first feeding, but when I put more bread, pea size, they moved away from it. Should I use dog food? I would
Wouldn't hurt
just
to try.
present different foods to them and see what they like. I never even tried bread. I know bread would be kind of a cheap and easy thing to do.
Mhm.
Also, how soggy is the bread? I noticed they have a much easier time eating and digesting when the food is like ultra soggy. So if you're putting in like a piece of bread in there, try soaking that bread in tank water for a while till it's just like disgusting mush that you just want to throw up whenever you touch. Like make it just gross, beyond gross. And that's what they'll eat. And it'll be easy. It goes down easier. And they'll, okay, yeah, soggy. So yeah, just try different soggy foods. Try soggy flake or soggy catfish wafer, algae wafer, or cat food, dog food. One of those, and you'll see them. But it's gonna take a while. Like if it's a new culture, plan on before you really start to see them everywhere. I don't know, a month. I think the
Mhm.
gestation, so I think they reach adulthood
Oh,
in like 2 weeks, and I think the
mhm.
gestation of the eggs are also 2 weeks. So 2 weeks to reach adulthood, they lay the eggs, 2 weeks for those eggs to hatch, and then 2 weeks to reach adulthood. So like they'll start multiplying exponentially within like the month to 2 month mark. If you're feeding them regularly, check for mold on the food. Like if they're eating it super slow right now, you'll want to try to remove the food like every day or two just to prevent it from
Yeah.
going moldy. But yeah, you'll get it going. Like they're gonna eat. They're not gonna not eat. They eat garbage. So just feed them
Yeah.
more enticing garbage and they might eat the garbage faster.
Yeah. So you
All
talked
right.
about we're trying not to duplicate fish.
Yeah.
So that means if we duplicate fish, we're both receiving a punishment. And what is the punishment we agreed on for now?
Did you pitch this punishment? I don't remember.
I think Chat GPT pitched some punishments and we
Oh,
came up with something based on that.
Chat GPT was not harsh enough with the
No.
punishments. Like these are silly and safe. Like no, we want to feel a little bit of discomfort and pain.
Mhm.
Like where's
Well,
the chugging hot sauce punishment?
so
Yeah.
what is our punishment if we
So
match?
our punishment is that whatever fish that we match during the stream, we have to like draw it on our face using our camera as like
Hmm.
a reverse mirror. And so
Yeah.
that'll be fun. But we may not match at all. What if we never
So,
match? What if we just hold
well,
on to these forever?
then we have face paint pens. But I say until we meet this punishment stands.
Okay.
Until people get to see this.
Oh Lord, I
So,
don't have to come up with new punishments.
so the point of having this punishment for matching is so that hopefully we'll kind of be out of our comfort zone of fish, not just pick the same type of fish that we keep because we keep the same type of fish. So if we just picked the fish that we kept, we would match all the time.
Yeah. What? No permanent
Nope.
markers?
No.
Chat GPT is the role of a hey, Chat GPT, I it's getting pretty close to the point where I'm just gonna let it run my life. Just tell me what to do. It'll break down tasks into small things. Um, you can tell it what you've got in your like cabinet and refrigerator, and it'll come up with a terrible meal for you. I mean, what else is left? All right. So I'm gonna share my screen. We
Yes.
just did a
So,
Google Slides.
yes. So this is how you know that we know that it's independent. This is a shared.
I spent a lot of time coming up with this title. Who stock good? 75 gallons. 75-gallon tank.
What is a
Robot
who?
overlords. I don't know. They're from Whoville.
Did you want to make a poll? that says, like, which one do you like better?
Is it just
Just
going to
for
be
fun.
vote for your favorite person?
It might be.
That's mine. Okay. I'll make the poll when we reveal the fish because people are going to start voting before we even.
Okay, well, you could have the poll typed up so that whenever you're done, you just like press enter.
Oh my God. Yes, let's all be prepared and
I am
stuff.
so sorry.
Oh,
Make sure that you click slideshow. I know you're brand new to slides.
stop. Ooh, but I'll leave the choices yes and no.
No.
Okay.
What are the dimensions
The
of the
dimensions. What are they? I think it's 4 feet, 4 feet long, 18-inch depth, and then the height. What is like 20?
I don't know.
That's just a guess. I do know that it's 48 by 18. I don't know the exact height. It's higher. It's taller than a 40. It might be kind of the same height as a 55. Could be. Yep. Look at that. Hashtag Jenna. I know. Uh-huh.
What if mine is terrible?
Amisa says 48 by 18 by 21. Eric says 48 by 18 by 18.
Well, let's have a vote.
Who didn't Google?
Whose dimensions do you like better? I think I like the bigger one better.
Of course you'd say that. I vote for Amisa. I think she's right. Flawless victory.
But let's see what I even stocked it with.
I know, Myrtle. Okay. All right, what we do? Slideshow?
Yes.
Yay. Who stocked good? All right. Jenna, what did you pick?
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. What's the first one?
Click.
Geophagus sphenai.
Sphenny. Why you pick that?
Sphenai. Because I think geophagus are beautiful, and I would like to have one day. And this is one of the most colorful ones. And it's a larger fish for a 75-gallon. Be a good standout fish.
Cool. Next. Oh, look at you.
This is a tiger severum. Yeah, tiger severums are also peaceful cichlids, and they're compatible tank mates for geophagus. And they also are both kept in somewhat warm water. So I think all of these fish are fine to be kept in around 79 to 82 degrees.
Myrtle says Jenna went a route I didn't imagine her going. I know, right, Myrtle? She really did not want to match. She did not want to match with me. So we didn't focus on quantities because it's just kind of you pick your own. You determine how how heavily stocked, how understocked you like. Yeah, Jenna will probably win because like this is something we've never had before. I kind of went with stuff that I like, that I know that I like. I definitely went a different direction. Okay.
Isn't geophagus a dirt mover? Yes, they are. So geophagus means earth eater.
Does that mean no plants?
It doesn't mean no plants. It means established plants with lots of sandy substrate, open area, and maybe some epiphytes that they won't bother.
Yeah.
That's
a pretty tetra.
Schooling fish that I went with is a Colombian tetra.
I like it.
Yeah. Then an L52 butterfly pleco. This is
Why?
an algae eater pleco that gets reasonably large, about 4 inches, but not too large. So it won't
It's a
create such a
75.
massive
Skipper was
bioload.
asking what size.
Yes, it's a 75.
Well, that's fine. How much is an
You're,
L52? How much is this
I don't know.
animatronic tail?
I don't know. Oh, Ian says his Severum eats all the plants. You know what? There don't have to be plants in here. This is not a Steven tank.
All right, everyone, when you vote, keep in mind that this cannot be a planted tank.
It could be a silk planted tank.
Oh, no. Hey, June. Hope everything's all right. Even the Java ferns. All right.
Well, we have plenty of plants that we could try and see.
I have to look up the price of this L52.
Look, Alishon says they are relatively inexpensive. I picked them because they are algae-eating plecos that can stay warmer. They're too large for the Severum and Geophagus to eat, but they won't get too big.
BBA is cool too. True. Yeah, $20 pleco. I mean, you don't want to spend too much on something that you're never going to see.
Yeah.
All right. I'm glad we clarified that we can't have plants in this, so it's not going to be like an automatic Jonah
We could
wins
try
here.
plants in this.
Not my plants. You can get your own plants and try them. See how that works while they're trying to convert and they're all melty. He'll eat the shit out of those plants.
Richard, there are 2 types of butterfly plecos. There is one that gets larger. Let me see what it was called. It was L168 butterfly pleco. It's also called the butterfly pleco, and it can get large.
14 inches on a 75 gallon is not the worst, but it is a little big. I would not get a 14-inch shit factory for any size tank, but that's just my my personal preference.
But that's why I specified L52.
All right, and last but not least, ooh, that's a pretty
banded Corydoras. These are Scleromax. Sclera something. They're not a Corydorus.
Scleromystex. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Looks like a Corydora-ish. That's pretty.
Yeah. So, but it is a peaceful, warm water bottom dweller. So, all of these fish should be theoretically compatible.
Barbados. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How much are those? They're pretty.
I don't know.
You weren't even looking at prices.
I wasn't looking at prices.
Yeah.
This is my pretty peaceful cichlid community tank.
Frankly, I'm surprised that you didn't put discus or angels. I almost did that. I almost put a discus or an angel, but I was like, oh, she's for sure going to put one of those.
I didn't know if you would go a bunch of small things, like imagine a million small things, but
all the small things.
I figured if you picked larger fish, you would probably be picking discus or angelfish. And I knew that you wouldn't pick fish that are iffy about plants. So I figured that the Severum and the Geophagus were safe choices.
They were definitely safe choices. I would have looked it up and be like, can keep with plants? Nope. Dead to me. All right.
And I know Eric said Colombian tetras can get a little ornery. Apparently the Geophagus and the Severums are pretty peaceful. I mean, like any fish, whatever can fit in their mouth, but any deep-bodied tetra is fine. So like not green neon tetras, but any of the larger bodied, like, and so that's why I didn't pick like Congo tetra, because I didn't know if you would pick a Congo tetra. But that's another
I know.
beautiful.
I know Eakins. Like in the wild, the fish that I picked in the wild, there's no plants. But they ain't never stopped me.
And yes, the Severum is called the poor man's discus.
Yes, because I mean, look at it. It's really pretty.
They have beautiful patterns on them. I almost picked the red spotted Severum, but I thought the Geophagus is very spotted, so I would like a different pattern.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that too, Eric. If you had 15 or more of the tetras, they wouldn't pay attention to anything else but themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's nothing else you have in here with those tetras that would be a concern of like, can it get away or hold its own?
Yeah.
I have never seen anything pick on Corey's. Not that I've had anything like particularly aggressive, but like Corey's usually left alone. He's gonna be hard to beat. Yeah. Okay. Well, here we go. Here's me. So first, this was my Corey, the robust Corey. They get
Okay.
big. I think they're one of the largest Corys out there, and they're expensive and they're pretty. So, yes,
Yeah.
Corydoras robustus. Next, gotta have auto synkless, where
I'm
you're just
glad I
gonna
didn't
rely
pick
on
that.
one filthy little shit factory to clean all the
Well,
algae in a 75.
I went
Huh?
with a reasonably sized pleco, and you could have more than one in there. But I
Can you?
considered picking Otto's, Pandagara, or Hillstream liches for algae, but I thought for sure you're going to pick one of those. And you did.
I sure did. I took a risk too because I thought you were gonna pick an auto. I almost wanted to go with like a giant auto or a zebra auto, but I was like, well, the robust Corys are already expensive. Let's go with something more affordable. Next. Oh, sorry, I double clicked. But look, we got our tetras. I got two groups of tetras here: orange Bolivian lemon tetras and rummy nose tetra. And I just, because it's a 75 and it's long, you could put a fuck ton of rummy nose tetras, and you know what they do. They always school together. They always swim back and forth across the tank. It's like guaranteed movement all day long. So
Yeah.
that's why I picked those. You just got to find the right source for them. And then I like lemon tetras. I like orange Bolivian lemon tetras better, prettier. So, how much is a fuck ton? I don't know. How many would you put in a 75? A few dozen, probably.
Probably put like 50.
Yeah, maybe. Depending on how, yeah, probably. Because, I mean, you put the auto synkless, they'll be all over the sides and surfaces. And then you got the robust core, you'll be on the bottom. And then last but not leastly, your favorite.
Ugh.
You
You
love
knew I
hatchet
wouldn't
fish.
pick this.
Of course, the marbled hatchet fish. You got to have something at the top just looking mighty fine, covering all areas of the tank. So
The
now you
marbled
got it.
one isn't as stupid looking as the regular one, but it's still not anything I would pick.
I know, Eric. Eric said, FYI, regular lemon tetras are not yellow. That's why I wanted the orange Bolivian lemon tetra. It's made to be colorful. And now here's the poll.
Oh,
Who
can I
stock
vote in the
moved?
poll?
Technically,
Can
technically,
you vote in the poll?
no, unless I go log in as on another account.
Haha.
My go-to fish for all the tanks will be the hatchet fish.
If there are plants to choose, he'll go with the banana plants.
Yeah. Tough fish. The marble hatchet fish, tough to keep. Yeah. So actually, I mean, I would say there are a few fish on my list that are notoriously big fans of dying because they come from bad sources. They're not treated very well in the supply chain, and by the time you get them in, and the store is like, hurry up, sell them because we're going to lose half of them. Yeah, and then you have to deal with the loss. So
And so would that be Rummy Nose and Auto Sinkless?
Rummy Nose, Auto Sinkless, and Hatchet Fish. And to some extent, depending on the Cory and where you get the Corys from, Corridors. I don't know about the Orange Bolivian Lemon Tetras. I'm going to assume that these, well, I don't want to assume anything because I don't know exactly where they come from. Tetras just can be iffy. But I know for sure that that the Rummy Nose have the issue. Auto Sinkless are heavily abused in the supply
Yeah.
chain because they are starved out and then they can't repopulate that gut biome and they just die. So yeah, it's not you'll have to really pay attention to where you get these fish from, otherwise you'll have to deal with some losses. But
no, thank you. Roxanne said that she has some banana plants and Dee Dee told her to hang on to them for me. No, thank you.
Jenna will film herself throwing them away.
Mm.
She don't fuck around.
So, I don't know. Do you think we should have this stocking available somewhere for people to see even after the stream? Or
timestamp?
Okay.
Because I'm lazy.
Yeah. Okay.
We're about an hour 16 into the stream. So how about that?
And we only scheduled the stream for an hour and a half.
Well, we scheduled it for just whenever. Like, with the idea that sometimes we might go an hour and a half. We'll go as long as we feel like it. I mean, probably not like 2 hours or more than 2 hours.
Yeah. 1.5 to 2 hours.
Yeah.
So, well, does this take us into our regularly scheduled game?
What the fish?
Yeah. Are you ready for me to push a button?
Yeah, I think so.
Refresh.
Refresh.
Typed as you. So there are potentially some new players to What the Fish who would normally be in bed, because this is like an hour earlier than What the Fish is usually played, and it's on a weekend.
An hour earlier, and it's on a different night. Rico can be playing What the Fish if he's still here. Imagine that. I don't think, Rico's not on the board.
No. Is Myrtle on the board?
I don't know. I took him off the board. He'll have to earn his way back.
Myrtle has more competition now.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
I like small fishes too, Nathan.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that you were going to do multiple small fish. So we succeeded. There's no funny punishment this time, but also that means we broadened our stocking list.
Look how bad you're destroying me in the poll, though.
Yeah, that is my goal. I still played to win.
See, I feel like when they were anonymous, back when we were doing the Hey Fish Tube stream, it was a lot closer, and I kind of edged out a couple of times.
Well, we could do it anonymously. We could put 1 and 2, and it doesn't matter if we match. We still both draw on ourselves.
Very true. Yeah. No. Yeah. We'll make it anonymous next time. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't gonna not kick your ass.
See, Dee Dee chose the fish, not the person.
I bet she still chose you. Amisa says I needed a centerpiece. I disagree. Kyle. Let Kyle randomly sock a tank. We could just show Kyle pictures of fish. Like, do you want that in the tank? Yeah. Okay.
Kyle's gonna be like, I want an axolotl and a goldfish and the
Arowana
guppies with the
and
tail
yeah, you might like an arowana and some chili
and an
raspberries.
apisto.
Yeah. See, like I understand the mentality for a centerpiece fish. Like you want stuff that's kind of moving around, and then you want something that's just like, holy crap, it's super colorful and big and slower moving. I used to like that. I've kind of moved more towards like I want just lots of movement. So, like for me, a centerpiece fish, like Dee Dee said, would be the rummy nose. Or like in my rainbow tank, the centerpiece fish are just like the rainbows, and of which there's a lot of them now. Okay. Anyway, I think people have had enough time to
Yeah.
safety cone theme. Enough time to refresh. Here we go. And for those who are new to the game, we're just drawing fish, and you just have to guess the fish and be specific.
Mhm.
And all of the fish follow a specific theme
Yeah.
every
So you
week.
get a point for
Get a
guessing the
point.
theme.
Mm-hmm. Pipe dream tank. All right.
Let's see.
And we don't have anyone on panel to guess who drew what.
No.
Throw a bony-eared ass fish in there too. I think that might be saltwater. I don't know. It was drawn by a person. It was not
It
drawn
was
by
drawn by a
AI.
person.
If
No.
whenever you ask AI to draw a fish, it never draws the thing you ask for. It'll draw a betta, okay. If you tell it to draw anything else, it doesn't quite go.
Mhm.
All
I
right.
see Big Cat, Alishon,
Alishon,
and Eric. First three.
Big Cat, Alishon, and Eric. Nice.
It is
Empire
an Empire
Gudgeon.
Gudgeon.
Big Cat, you have not been on the board, so it's your first point. Congratulations. Alishon, it's 15 points now. And Eric has 11 points. Oh.
And I don't see the theme yet.
All right. Next. And Lillian drew this one.
Yeah.
Civilization, Kingdom, Kings, Dominion, Royal, Star Wars. And it'll be pretty obvious in a less than a minute.
Yeah.
HBO shows. Juicy Smollett. Wasn't he an Empire? Juicy Smollett.
Yes, I think so.
Orange theme. Orange plakat. This is a pretty fish.
Yeah.
Who drew this?
Are we
I think
saying?
you did great. Yeah. Well, there's no one here to guess, so you did it.
I do not think I did great.
I think you did great. Kyle is correct. It is a fish.
2 is a fish.
Garnerai. What?
It is not a killifish.
It does look really close to that though. Just looking it up on Google, like it does look like a killie.
Yeah, but it's not a killie. So.
Yep. Getting a lot of
Scotty,
bettas.
maybe you need to learn more about killifish.
Scotty just seeing killies.
I
see the theme.
1 correct answer.
Okay,
so,
I have 3 now.
3 answers now. Okay.
So
Alishon.
Myrtle got the theme. Myrtle got the theme first. So let me give him that point. 66 points to Myrtle. Alishon got first. Who is
then
next?
Scotty. And then
Scotty.
Renee.
Renee. All right.
And yes, it is gudgeon
Gudgeon.
theme.
Really? Peacock gudgeon?
Yeah, that's why I don't
Lady
think I did
R, are you
great.
passing judgment against Jenna's drawing?
That's fine. I am too.
I like it. Next. Now, who drew this masterpiece?
I mean, if it's sketchy, you know the answer.
I thought I was going to put a lot of time into this one, and then I didn't. Just so tired. I just decided I wanted to go with the paint texture theme on this one, which,
Yeah.
just to give it a different look. And so, there we go. That fin is huge. Just a thought. Do peacocks have a more? Well, they kind of do. Peacocks have a more pronounced head. Doesn't matter what it looks like. It only matters what was supposed to have been drawn.
So, wait.
There it is.
First is Alishon.
Okay.
Then Myrtle.
All right.
Then Scotty.
And Scotty. Okay.
Yeah, I bet it's a gudgeon of some kind. Yes, it is.
Sure is. All right. We're running through these. Good. We can end early.
Well, I mean, not early, but
No.
still later than what we're on the calendar for. But
yeah, well, we still have a giveaway to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next one. So yeah, I drew that one. And then there's this one, which I didn't draw.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I wasn't that tired. Didn't Zachary like try to be done with this one early, and you're like, I need you to fill it in a little bit more?
Yeah. I see Scotty said Sailfin Gudgeon. Then Lady Rorschach said, hey there, PNW Aqua. And then Beta Aquatic said Sailfin. So he's still
Wait, what?
fourth. Oh.
Huh?
Dee Dee said that.
Wait,
but
who
the
am
thing
I
is,
giving points to? I'm confused.
Nothing. Nobody.
Oh.
But sometimes.
Yeah. The only thing that matters is what order it comes through for us. You can switch between top chat and all chat or whatever, and it'll show you like actually who came through first.
This is a salty fish, Myrtle, Zen,
Okay,
and Jay. It is a blue gudgeon dartfish. Myrtle and Zen are arguing.
To the death?
Maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see who comes back next week.
Oh, and Ryan. Hi.
Oh, Gina said she didn't get it because she didn't say dartfish.
Well, let's go. Let's go look.
She said,
relying on you this time.
Filamented gudgeon.
She said, I see blue gudgeon at 9:57. But
okay.
Was she late?
No, that was before they said blue gudgeon dartfish. But
okay.
Do you want to give her the benefit of the doubt point?
Yep. Because she's not going to win. will be nice. Anyway, let me keep going with this. Yeah, and
This
then who drew
was
this one?
your example of you're going to show your family how to draw a fish really quick and not put much effort into it.
I didn't.
Just
my brother rage quit after drawing half of a fin, and I
on
was
that
like,
blue gudgeon dartfish.
yeah, and he was like being super obsessive about getting the color right, and I'm like, no, look, come on, here's how you do it. And so I sat down and started drawing, and then everyone in my family walked away because they don't give a shit about anything I do ever. So why even bother? And then I just finished the drawing, and I'm like, all right, well, we got one now for whenever we do the gudgeon theme. And so here it is, done.
No animosity detected in that.
No, not at all. No. It's acceptance. All right, do we have guesses yet?
I see 2 answers.
Just 2?
Yeah. Skipper and Myrtle. Well, let me just check and make sure.
All right, I'll add their points first. Myrtle's got 69 points now. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, just those 2. Eric came in later, but
Skipper's got banded gudgeon fry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not spend a lot of time. Like, I would normally do layers and stuff. I just was like, look, you can use this texture tool and this one, and you can fill it in, and it's not hard. But
what are Skipper's points?
Oh, Skipper, that was your second point. You have 2 points, but that's okay because no one's going to beat Myrtle. You are equally on the wheel as everyone else.
Myrtle is telling Eric to refresh, but that was the last fish. But I mean, Eric can be refreshed for the giveaway. Can we have the points layout?
All right, I'll give you 5? some top-ish. They're not in order, so I have to scroll. So I know that Myrtle is in first place with 69. Gina is in second place now with 38. And Alishon is third place with 17. Fourth place is Zencher with 14. Fifth place is tied. Boots Cats, Rachel, and Crowntail. And then right behind them is Eric with 11 points. Top 10. Jesus. I'll just go through the people who have double-digit points.
Okay.
Well, let's see who else. Beta Aquatics with 10 points. And that's it. Yep.
Okay.
So there we go. I want to see a myrtle fish. Myrtle, you draw your own myrtle fish.
So
we know that little beep is at the top. That little shit. Rachel didn't expect to be in the top 10. Congratulations. Yeah. Skipper's a hillbilly, so he is happy he just got 1 point. He has 2 points.
We're all just parasites on Myrtle's championship. I read this at first as Eric saying, can we make Myrtle wear a What the Fish crown? But he's just saying, can we make him one? I think Myrtle should have to wear one every time he's on stream.
I support that idea. Where is Scotty on the board? I want to.
Scotty's always sleeping normally. That's not our fault, Scotty.
Scotty, you have 6 points.
So that's not double digits.
No, it's not. And what's up,
Make
Dr.
him
Anthony?
wear it. So, do you want to talk about the giveaway?
You got the goods.
I do. So when we went to Aqua Rocks, Colorado, we saw these little cats. It's a little cat with a backpack, and the cat hangs on the side of your aquarium, and then the little backpack you can store. This is green, but you can store
It's stored invisible net.
your net or your aquascaping tools just right on the side
Yep.
of your aquarium, and it hangs right there. So this
It's a
is the
little
little
kitty.
cat, and it comes with the little shrimp net.
And we have multiple of these in
Mm-hmm.
different colors. So
Yes. And we have
no
one that
worries if
doesn't
you
have a
don't
backpack.
win. Yeah. We bought several. Jenna, you chose one to keep.
I haven't
But
chose one to keep yet.
you're gonna keep one.
I picked two, and I was like, of the two, this one is the one I want to give away, and I have to see. My dogs might want to eat that. But yeah, it comes with a little shrimp net to get you started. Shrimp
How
net
big
slash
is the hole in
duckweed
the
removal.
backpack? Like, how many nets do you think could go in there?
You could probably put like tweezers, a few nets.
Okay.
I mean, not a co-op net with a giant handle, but like a regular net. Yeah. So,
All right. Yeah, I think just for simplicity, the hashtag is gonna be hashtag cat.
how big is the cat hole?
It's the cat hole.
Maybe like 2.5 inches wide. And it
We need a close
actually,
up of the cat hole.
there you go. And it actually goes down like to the feet of the cat.
Myrtle dropping the link to the Aqua Rocks listing
Mm-hmm.
for the
Oh, for
cat.
the cat. So.
Yeah, you can get it from Aqua Rocks, Colorado.
It hangs neatly on the side of your tank. And I was like, I want one because I keep a little net next to on top of the light of my tank because I need to sometimes fish out shrimp that make their way into my corridor's breeding ring.
Them pesky little shrimps.
So,
Speaking of which, we have, since we got back from Colorado, we started harvesting eggs again since we have roughly 2 months now until we travel again. So we can start raising more orange Venezuelans. Now, I have orange Venezuelans now that are shipping ready. What I don't have is shipping ready weather because it is fucking hot.
I went to walk the dogs at like 8 o'clock tonight, and it was 94, feels like 104. And this is like almost dark.
It's so humid. It's been raining a little bit, which just makes it more humid. So we're just going out there and I don't know, steaming, braising, broiling, roasting. It sucks. It's terrible. It's just immediate sweat outside. Freaking hate it.
So.
Can you request a color selection online at checkout? I don't see a drop menu for color selection on the site page. Were they labeled? Were the like boxes labeled?
So they were labeled. So like this box says Mew Trang BP for backpack. Some of them have a basket and some of them have a backpack. So he knew. So we talked with the owner, Tommy, and I told him that we wanted some of each kind. And he's like, one of each kind? And I was like, yeah, do you have to open it to see what they are? He's like, nope, I have it labeled. And he brought 6 boxes. So I'm keeping one. But there will be 5 given away. And I imagine you could probably message him. His name is Tommy Ferragamo.
Yeah, and if there's like ordered
Facebook
notes,
Messenger or in the order notes and say which one you wanted.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be accommodating. That store is so awesome. It is It's really cool. And I mean, if you go in there, it's just like floor to ceiling stacked. It's not like it's an organized retail location, but
Mhm.
it's kind of it's like if I had a warehouse full of hardscape, that's kind of how I would keep it. Like there's
Mhm.
just stacks of things everywhere. I liked it.
Yeah.
So much to choose
So
from.
Crystal asked, she was just on their website a few days ago. What did we think of the actual store? It is beautiful. There are
Yeah.
some display tanks that are really gorgeous. There
You got
are
to go
fish
there to
for
see
sale
the
there.
right.
Um, but just the amount of hardscape, if you are scaping a tank, is ridiculous. So,
I mean,
like,
whenever
what
you
did he
do
say? 500 tons?
50 tons.
50
He
tons.
started
50
with 5
tons.
tons, 50 tons. He's
Mhm.
expanding. He's going
Yeah.
to I think whenever he didn't he say when he expands, he's going to have more fish
Mhm.
for sale too. I mean, he's
Yeah.
got some good
So,
fish already, so it'll be in
so
more plants too.
when you say floor to ceiling
I
hardscape,
literally mean
like
floor to
this is not
ceiling.
a lie, floor to ceiling. And he specifically told us that it is a 5,000 square foot warehouse and it is crammed with stuff in there. Like he was moving stuff out of our way to make a path for us so that we could see everything. Um,
Like,
and
just
yeah,
imagine the giant pallets and these huge white bags that are taller than me, and they're just filled with driftwood. Some are filled with mountain stone, other kinds of stone. Like he has all the good rocks that people like. Aquarium extenders.
yeah, that's like
Oh,
what Geek Boy
Geek
bought.
Boy bought one of those while we were there.
And he
So
had one in one of the guppy tanks, and there are some
yep.
guppies swimming around at the top. So the aquarium extender is like a little viewing window
Hmm.
for your fish. And he had like CO2 cylinders that you could just pick up a 5 pound, 10 pound cylinder,
Yeah, that's
like
pretty
there in
nice.
person. And pretty much he was like, if there's anything that you don't see here that you want, I can order it for you. So I don't know that that's completely the case for everything online, but I'm sure it is for some things. I know he was talking about getting in more Chihiro's lights
Hmm.
because people online wanted them. And if you're in the Denver area, it's absolutely worth it to go to the store.
Oh yeah. Like if I lived around there,
Mhm.
we would have left with a lot more things. I definitely would have just bought a bunch of wood and rocks just in case.
Yeah.
Like even I don't have nothing to escape necessarily, but there were
Mhm.
some really awesome pieces there that I just would have had to have just in fear of that particular piece being gone and
And
replaced by new pieces.
something that he has there that other places do not is he has a scaping dojo that has some
Yeah.
substrate in it so that you could take your hardscape and build it up in the size of the tank just to see how things will actually look and get some ideas instead of just trying to imagine it in a space.
Yep.
And he does have aquariums too.
And hey, good morning, Debbie. You are up
Hmm.
really early
Yeah.
or
Or
really
maybe
late.
really late. So Matt, you can't stay the night with Geek because he is visiting in laws as he does very often. He loves his in laws,
But you can go to
constantly
his
there.
house and break in and just sleep there because no one's home.
So, are you going to answer this question from Nathan Hovey?
How do y'all ship
That you
plants with this extreme heat? Need to ship some banana plants, to Bunny and Lady R. Well, right now I'm not really shipping plants except Amisa won the giveaway from Foxy's Fishmas in July, and I have
Mhm.
a large box from Dan's Fish with the insulation that I've put aside specifically for this giveaway. So I'll probably put some coal packs in there, which won't last but like a half a day, but at the very least, it will get it'll last long enough to get the box out of hell.
Yeah.
Um,
And
and over to Amisa,
yeah, I would
and
say
the
too,
insulation will hold it in too. Like,
I would say using the USPS is probably important too because they'll be stored on climate controlled vehicles.
yes,
Whereas, like, if you use FedEx or UPS, those trucks get very hot. And also, most people get their mail by like 3 or 4 p.m. their time at the latest. We
yeah,
get ours around noon, but if we get UPS, it's sometimes 8 o'clock at night. So that's a long time to be hot.
yeah. I wouldn't recommend ordering plants from some regular shipper that like eBay or something like that doesn't understand like shipping in the right climates. It is too hot. Like shipping plants in the cold, as long as it's not like well below freezing, is not an issue. Let's see. Me says I'm okay with waiting for the plants to tell here too. I will check your weather and we'll see what makes sense. But either way, you won't have to wait too long because I'm going to ship in an insulated box for the plants, which most people don't do. So we'll have a little bit of leeway. But yeah, if I ship it at 100 degrees in USPS, it's still just going to be super
Just
hot.
out of context.
USPS driver is hot. Cool. I did not know Aqua Rocks Colorado is on Etsy. That's cool.
I didn't.
All right, I'm going to refresh one more time. We have 38 entries. Let me switch to giveaway mode.
Yeah.
And you're not echoing or anything, right?
No, I am not. Thank God. So
fantastic. So if I spin this wheel, you can hear it?
Yes.
Bootscats.
Fairly
There's
loud?
a little bit of, there's a little bit of echo whenever the wheel said the name, but it's not my voice, so it's fine.
Gotcha. What happens if I
Oh God, please don't change anything.
I have to fuck with it.
No, and you're ruining your green screen illusion. It's just slightly off.
Stop.
No, Bootscats won last time. That's why you were spinning.
Yeah. Okay, what if I do that? Say something.
Oh, for the green screen?
No.
Oh,
the
no,
speaker.
for the what? Yeah, I don't hear an echo.
And do you hear the wheel?
No, not at all.
Fuck.
Oh, I told
Nothing
you not
works
to
right.
do stuff. Also, refresh one more time because Debbie entered.
Gonna break it.
No, don't break it.
All right.
I can hear that, and I don't hear myself.
That's good?
Yes, that's good.
Okay. All right. Rachel, you won a lot, but you didn't really win.
Did you refresh one more time on the Fishfam link?
Oh.
Sounds like
39.
a no.
I will pay you if you join your Monday morning check-in call with this setup. Well, I did use this camera and mic for my interview. I didn't use the green screen though. Well, no, I did, but I didn't use the giveaway. I used just like an ordinary plain background. Okay. Copy. 39 entries. Paste. Nope, not Control V.
No.
Just V.
Yeah. Okay. Do you not know how to use a computer?
I don't.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Okay. I love you though.
I love you. Let's get this shit done. Okay. And spin.
Richard Reynolds.
Sorry, Richard.
We'll still see you at the Clash.
Yes, we will.
Nancy B in Tennessee.
Nancy B.
Sorry,
Tennessee.
Nancy.
Bootscats.
Sorry, Rachel.
She couldn't win 5 times in a row.
No.
Big Cat.
Sorry, Big Cat.
Shark Fin Adventures.
Sorry, Shark Fin.
Beta Aquatics.
Sorry, Beta Aquatics.
PNW Aqua.
Sorry, Ryan.
Sorry,
and Ryan was
Ryan.
going to give his to Boots Cats. So sorry again, Rachel.
Gina's Reef.
Sorry, Gina.
Melissa.
Sorry, Melissa.
Amazon Research Center for Ornamental Fishes.
Sorry, Doc.
SC Catahulas.
Sorry, Cat House.
Alishan as.
Sorry,
Alishon.
Alishon.
Daniel Velez.
It is my goal to find Alishon at the Clash this year.
Oh, we're
because
gonna
I
find him.
shouldn't have been able to miss him last year because he's tall. He's taller than you. How did I miss him?
We just weren't looking. Maybe we were expecting him to approach us.
Well, no, I can't expect anyone to approach us. It's not like we're famous or anything. So
Excuse me. Do you know who I am? Sorry, Daniel.
yes, you're just Steven.
Eric Wyrock.
Sorry, Eric.
Oink Master Supreme Forever.
Sorry, Oinky.
Dee Dee's Finden.
Sorry, Dee Dee. I know, Eric. You talked and you bragged about finding Alishon.
I know.
Sorry, Linda.
Dennis Christensen.
Sorry, Dennis.
Lady Rorschach.
Sorry, Lady Rorschach.
Skipper's Aquariums.
Sorry, Skipper.
Skipper talked too. He was bragging too. But you know what? Now I know who. I have a list of people that I can find who I did find at the Clash last year, and I'm going to say, bring me to
Benjamin
Alishon.
Peters.
No, we're just gonna walk up to everyone and eyeball their badge. Like, are you? Just go up to every tall person.
Well, I mean, there's only so many very tall people, and I did
Yeah,
see
be
Whip
easy.
at the Clash.
We'll figure it out. Oh, I'm gonna find Whip too. I found him last year. All right, Benjamin Peters.
Renee DeQueer.
What's up, Rocky and Miles?
Rocky
You just
and
missed the
Miles,
entry, but
The prize is a little cat that hangs on the side of your aquarium and has a little backpack that you can put your net in. But don't worry, we have 4 more of them that we will be giving away over the next few
Yep.
weeks.
So Doc is going to the Clash and not talk to anyone. I find that very hard to believe that you're not going to talk to anyone. We'll find. I know what you look like. I mean, yeah, you've been on stream,
you've
but also
met
we
him.
met. So yeah, like
I haven't met him because I had to go to Aquashella, Chicago.
Is that a promise, Doc? Nah, I don't think so. All right. Sorry, Renee.
Scotty the Fish Freak.
Sorry, Scotty, but you can go to bed now if you so choose.
George RB3.
Sorry, George.
Dibs Aqua Pets.
Sorry, Debbie.
Scruffy City Aquatics.
Sorry, Mitch. Classic
Original
song.
song.
Nathan Hubby.
Sorry, Nathan. Nathan's got a focus on tomorrow.
He does.
7 p.m. Central Time.
8 p.m. Eastern.
5 p.m. Pacific.
Capras P.
6 p.m.
What did it say? Capris P?
Capras P. Sorry, Capras P.
Because that's definitely how it's pronounced.
Yep.
Fish Frenzy Addiction.
Fish Frenzy Addiction.
Ooh.
Liquid Zoo. Only
The
Fins.
first person
Amisa
that said
makes a good point.
Cordora.
if you see Dr. Anthony not talking, go up to him and say Corridora. One Corridora.
One Corridora.
Two Corridora.
Sorry,
Two
Matt.
Corridori. Just make up plurals.
Good night, Mitch.
Crowntail Half Moon.
Sorry, Crowntail. Corridorese.
Chris Aquazone.
How about
Corridoran.
one species of Corridora?
Oh, Jenna, do you know if there's a solid gray or gray tabby among the cats that are available? Lady Rorschach would like to know. Sorry, Chris.
Oh, for the giveaway?
Yeah.
I have not opened all the boxes, but there was a gray cat hanging. He had them hanging on his display tanks, and there was a gray one. I asked him to give me
one of each, right?
One of each, so I should have one, but I did not open them, and I
one
don't
of
know
each
if
that's
that's
in
the one that I'm
stock.
going to
So
keep. Yeah, one of them I'm going to keep. So
you're
if
gonna
I
keep
the
that gray one,
and
fuck
he does
you,
not
Lady
have.
Rorschach.
Well, there might be a gray backpack and a gray basket. I don't know.
Myrtle Singh.
Sorry, Myrtle.
Amisa.
Amisa.
The Nano Aquarium Guy.
Sorry, Jay.
Oh, you didn't say the final four.
Mary Beth.
Sorry, Mary Beth.
Ooh.
Final four: Zinger, Geek Boy, and Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
ATC_AV8ER.
Sorry,
Kyle can go pick up one anytime he wants.
I know. They're moving to Denver.
Like, how close is that store to the airport, to the tower?
Close enough. I mean, the traffic sucks, but they can get there.
Just walk there. No traffic.
Yeah.
I don't know how close it is.
If I lived anywhere remotely close, I'd be going there a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Geek or Zen.
Geek BOI.
Sorry, Geek, but good, because Geek is even closer.
And he didn't want one because they didn't have black cats.
Yeah. Hey, Zen. She said, like, where can I buy one of these? Because my luck has run out. The wheel is like, nah, now.
Where are her tables to flip now?
She said, holy bitch, I won. Okay. So, congrats, Zen. We will send it your way. We know where you live.
The white cat with the backpack and the green see-through net.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now we're going to bed. Well, Jenna's going to bed. I got water changes to do.
Oh, we gotta take the trash out too. It's trash day.
Fucking life and chores. But yeah, I'm like obscenely behind on water changes. So anyway, cool. Nice turnout for our first Friday night. New time, new date. So thanks everybody for coming. Thank you to our awesome moderators and lurkers and chatters and members and super chatters and our awesome replay crew. And I'll see y'all tomorrow on Bex's channel for the weekend water change, and next week for Wet Your Plants, and next Friday for Steamy McStreamy.
Yep.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.